Hello, hello, my dear friends. How are you all? Welcome. This is Kathy from Divine Debut. I hope that you are all well. Okay, we're doing the July readings. Just letting you know that these will be extended. You can get the links beneath the video. So I will also, in the month of July, I will be doing, for all the individual signs, I'll be doing July, August, and September readings, which will go very deep. They will be extended as well, so you will have readings for the next 3 months ahead, which will give you a little bit of understanding of what's going on for each individual sign. I would suggest to watch my previous upload on which planetary placement of yours you should watch in relation to the tarot. I do go into the specifics, and this will give you a bit more of an understanding of which signs to watch. Okay, because we are reading energies, all right? So I go into the specifics there. I just like to mention that if you would like a coffee cup reading, Maryloo's Coffee Cup readings are amazing. She does speak in Greek, but she's got the subtitles in English. If you're interested, she's very talented. That's who I trust to read my coffee cup. And you can get her link beneath the video as well. Give her my regards if you go over there. Say hello from me. And also Sweet Tree of Life Tarot. Rebecca does a beautiful tree, the Tree of Life spread, which is very unique. She's amazing too. I always listen to her. If you're interested in a different spread, then you should go and visit her channel. She also does readings in Spanish, so those of you that are Spanish speaking, you can get your reading in Spanish, which is one of my favorite languages. I wish I had time to learn it. So check those two wonderful channels out, and thank you so much for your support and joining us here and on Patreon. Your support through Patreon, my dear friends. I'm going to start off with Aries this month, and as I said, I'll be extending these readings, so we will go into a lot more cards in the extended and messages from Spirit as well. So thank you so much. Boy, oh boy, is it hot in Greece. I don't know what's going on for you in your own country, in the Northern Hemisphere. It is hot. Those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, my regards to you, and try and stay warm, my dear friends. Okay, love and light to all of you. Let's go on to the readings. Hello, hello, dear Sagittarius. How are you all? Thank you for joining me here. I don't know what just happened. I had so much more light, and then all of a sudden it went dark 2 seconds before I turned on the camera. So it's daytime here, and I don't know what has happened. This has happened recently. I don't know. I cannot explain it. So anyway, I was just ready to do your reading. This is your July reading, July of 2022. It is going to be an extended reading, so you can get the extended version of the reading for the month of July beneath the video. Hopefully the light will come back on. I don't know how long this is going to last. It's like 1 p.m. midday, so I don't know what happened. Sagittarius. Yeah, Agape was just on my she was just on my table making a mess just as I was prepared. I prepared my cards ready to turn on record. Agape came up here, my beautiful kitty, and she made a mess of the cards, so I had to redo. And now, just before I pressed on record, the light has dimmed. I cannot explain it. Anyway, dear Sagittarius, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, and North Node in Sagittarius. If you don't understand what that what I'm talking about, I've got a video that I've done just recently. It's called Which Zodiac Sign to Watch, Which Sign to Watch. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or North Node, and for what reason. You can check that out as well on my recent uploads. So, dear Spirit, what's going on for Sagittarius in the month of July, which is a difficult month, as Mars is transiting through Taurus and touching on the eclipses, so like triggering the eclipse points. What's going on, Sagittarius, dear Spirit? Please bring the light back on. Please bring the light back on. Oh, okay. Let's see how we go. It's never lasted this long when it's a bit more dim. Let's see what's going on. We've got Taurus, so the Hierophant in the now. In the past, we've got your energy, Knight of Wands. Recent past, the Moon. Okay, the Moon crowning you, and what's on your mind is the Star. The Star and the Moon, they're illuminaries. We've got 3 major arcana cards. What's the potential outcome? 7 of Swords. Something happening that you are not aware of, or that you will be aware of. 7 of Swords can speak to strategy, okay, but it's also a 7, and 7s do speak to conflict. So it's interesting. We've got Scorpio. I don't know why I said Scorpio. We've got Taurus and Aquarius, which are fixed signs. So inability, not wanting to shift, to change. There are fixed energies here. Okay, so it looks like from the past you were you desired to take some sort of action. Now this could speak to travel, it could speak to changes in your life, and they could be pertaining to anything to do with some sort of a contract or a home. Some of you may be potentially wanting to make some changes that you're not actually communicating these changes. You're not communicating what it is that you wish to fulfill in your life. What's on your mind is the wish fulfillment card, the Star. And this could be something that you could be looking at in the future, or it's connected to friendships. You're holding back on information from your friends or from your family, or there's a dilemma here. Not knowing what to do, taking some action, but then sort of stopping, needing to deal with issues and it could be subconscious fears that are coming up for you, pertaining to what it is that you believe, what is it that you're under pressure with. And what I see here is that this is like an internal battle pertaining to matters of the past and of the future. Or it may have to do with some sort of contract or limitations pertaining to your freedom, dear Sagittarius, and we know that you are all about freedom. Limitations pertaining to the way things have been done, always. You come from traditions such as these, and this is the way that A, B, and C has been done. So I feel as though you're sort of you're turning a difficult corner, and it's like you're being torn between two, again, as I said, the way things have been done in the past. You're wanting to break those traditions, or break that line of conservatism that you've grown up with. So it's like it's as though you're your beliefs are changing, and you're seeing things from a very elevated point of view. Very much about opening the mind and where you've been stuck. And stuck can also speak to physically being stuck between what it is that you wish and what it is that you've committed to. So some sort of a change. I do see, I mean, Seven of Swords is strategy, it's secrecy, right? And it's right opposite. You're looking straight at the moon. So I don't know if some of you are keeping this, you know, a low profile, or just doing things behind the scenes, or it's as though you're in preparation mode for change, and but you're in two minds before you actually do that. What's beneath here? Because the Two of Swords is a major dilemma, and it's not having all the information. Four of Swords as well, needing to take time out to make a decision. Now, you're either being very secretive pertaining to change. It could relate to a home, to to the mother. You could be keeping secrets from a mother, or this could be, I don't know, I just get a really strong dilemma about what do I do now. It's as though you've been put in the hot seat, and it's up to you to make a decision which is going to affect many people. I get. There's the High Priestess. A High Priestess, which does speak to secrecy, and you're needing to trust your intuition. There's third parties here with the High Priestess. We've got the High Priestess and the High Priest, which could be a spiritual connection, a secretive love connection as well. It can be a third party. Some of you could be in a commitment. Obviously, you may be connecting to someone that could be at a physical distance. This has started from the past. I do see your desire to travel, to interact. You are driven by your desire. Some of you could travel for work. You create through action, through creativity. And yes, you could be two people that have grown up in different areas of the world with different beliefs. The High Priestess, the New Moon Goddess, very wise. There's a lot of wisdom here. A lot to do with secrecy. Three of Cups, see, this could involve other people. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which also is the marriage card, but also feeling very abundant and very financially. It seems to me like you're in a pretty good position. Now, the secrecy could also be, as I said, pertaining to a friendship. People that feel like family, they could only be friends, but I don't know why I get that this High Priestess sort of does not fit into the equation. Like there's no room for the High Priestess. She's the outsider. So this seems to be like a really, really difficult choice for you to make. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on, dear Sagittarius, in the month of July. Some of you are torn between your duty and your wish fulfillment. Your duty could be to a home, could be to the family, could be to a some sort of a large company. I don't know if you're an entrepreneur. You've got responsibilities. That's what Taurus says to me here. And you've got judgment, which is Scorpio, Pluto, Plutonian energies. We know judgment can speak to someone who hasn't had much fun, someone who is going through, has been going through a death process, and it's like someone who, I don't know why I need to say this, but feels dead inside. So it's like someone hasn't been living and now they're wanting to make that switch. They want a second chance at happiness, a second chance at a new chapter in their life. Like, this is the card of resurrection, which does speak to a death process, right? Let's see what's going on now. Pluto can speak to riches. It can speak to karma. It can speak to secrecy. It can speak to power and control. Remember, this is the card of Archangel Michael, Spirit. There's a call to awaken. So you've been going through a death process, a fundamental change, which is Pluto. Let's see what's going on in the Psychic Tarot of the Heart pertaining to your love life. These are only major arcana cards. And we've got the Tower, which is Mars. We've got Mars, Pluto. Mars, Pluto both rule Scorpio. Some of you may be on the cusp. Other than that, you're dealing with karmic situations, a karmic purge. I did mention Scorpio before instead of mentioning Taurus here. So you've been dealing with, a death process, and I don't mean a literal death. I'm talking about a change in your foundation, in your life on a whole. And we've got the card of Uranus, which Uranus is conjoining with the nodes, and Mars and Uranus, they're conjoining in the sign of Taurus, dear Sagittarius. So it's got a lot to do with love situations, money situations, values. It can't be an easy thing going on. I mean, I do feel as though you're sort of going through a purge. You're dealing with some karma. That's what's going on. We've got the South Node in Scorpio, and that is something that's going on behind you. So you may be going through this process in a very secretive way, not mentioning this to many people, just keeping on the low. But also there could also be some deception that's going on about someone else going through a death and rebirth process that you don't know about, that you will find out about in due time. Anyway, there's a rebuild. We've got rebuild here, and of course this is Uranus. And Uranus is not an easy energy. We're going to have a lot of shake-ups and challenges in the month of July. So try and run with it. Try and stay strong. Let's see what's going on in love. July, Sagittarius. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Healing family issues, and we've nearly all the signs got this card. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. There's a lot to do with the parents, carrying karma from our parents, which has been passed on, right? And when it's not dealt with and cleared, the next generation takes the karma. So you're dealing with this as well, dear Sagittarius. So forgiveness is necessary. Those of you that are carrying any bad blood or any harsh or hard feelings pertaining to your parents, if you can let it go, do so. That will behoove you first of all. At least just let it go. Let the past go. It does not serve its purpose anymore. Let's take another card for Sagittarius. Love. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So there's some sort of fear. There is fear that's been ingrained within you, and maybe this is what's changing. A fear of deception from a partner. Some of you, your heart's just been totally closed off. Maybe because you're dealing with someone that comes from a different area of the world, and that's the way you've been raised. And that could be something that you're needing to let go of. What's at the bottom? We've got pay attention to the red flags. The red flags could be pertaining to your beliefs. Let's see what else is going on. Let's take a message from the Energy Oracle for Sagittarius before I take more tarot. Sagittarius in the month of July. What is the advice? And we've got all tied up, which is great. It's in the reverse. I love to see that it's in the reverse. So you have been all tied up in something, but right now it's as though there's a release. Let's see what the reversed message says for you. This card reversed is telling you that the ties that bind are about to break loose. A previously stuck situation is opening up. Thank God for the Tower. I'm going to say here, because this is an aha moment. This is an awakening. Some of you are breaking down traditions, breaking through traditions. You are being more open-minded. And I feel that your freedom has been blocked from the home, from a particular idea that's been ingrained, planted into your head, pertaining to your needing to marry the person that is passed to you, or the person that is the right one for you. All these things is what I get from your reading here. So a previously stuck situation is opening up and the restrictions are clearing out. And that, of course, is wonderful. This card reversed also indicates that you are ready to break free from the habits and patterns that have kept you tied up for so long. Get ready to free yourself. You have all the power and clarity at this point. So untie the binds of the patterns that have stopped you from being authentic and empowered. Now is the time to liberate yourself. And that's what Uranus is all about liberation. It's a time of liberation for you. And 23 equals a 5, which is also the Hierophant. So you see, it's got to do with your beliefs, your traditions, your family. But also, some of you may be breaking free from anything pertaining to an institution, some sort of a contract. Some of you could also be breaking free and ready to go out on your own. So that means where work is concerned, you've got the creative streak within you. You've got the ability to do something on your own. So let's see what's going on. And some of you don't want to jinx this idea, whatever it is, and you're keeping it secret from others. Let's see what that Two of Swords is all about. We've got the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. So we've got an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this could also be a dilemma between your values, your what you own, and what you desire, what you want to manifest, what it is that you're desiring. That's what I see here. So maybe you were raised to believe that financial security is the most important thing in life, and maybe this is you changing your mind and saying, no, it's what I create, it's what I love, it's what I desire, which you've had. I feel here that you've been going through some sort of a maturing process here. So the battle is from within. And we know that the Ace of Wands also speaks to a strong sexual connection. Now, the King of Pentacles is someone who could be an entrepreneur, who does hold a very important position, Usually they've got people working beneath them, so it's more about obligations. That's what could be restricting. And I don't know if some of you are trying to sneak away for a little bit, trying to sneak away. And this could be a turning point in your life, sneaking away from your responsibilities, your duties, you're breaking free. And this could be obviously, for some of you, you may have married because of finances as well, financial stability. So again, it's got to do with your values. What's at the bottom? We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Earth, Virgo comes up here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Very slow and strategic. So you've had to sort of, I feel as though you've had to sort of slow down. Okay? Slow down and see things, because there's a grounding energy with Earth. It's like slowing down and sort of looking at things and how to move forward. Let's look at the Hierophant. It is about work. It is about responsibilities. It is about obligations. Eight of Pentacles is work. It's all work and no fun, right? Could be quite restricting. Let's look at this Knight of Wands. What is it that you've desired from the past? Three of Swords. And we know that the Knight of Wands is your energy, but there's a love triangle here. There's other parties involved. So what's blocked you, what's blocked your forward momentum is other people. The Moon. Eight of Wands. Secret messages. A secret transition. Overcoming your fears. Overcoming your fears. You've got a couple of eights, and eights do speak to the Strength card. This could speak to Cupid's love messages, or they could speak to just a lot of energy, a lot of movement. This could also speak to a lot of communication during the nighttime, secretive communication with someone through social media at a physical distance. What's that about? See? There is an offer on the table. Ace of Cups does speak to a possibility of a brand new beginning, an offer that's on the table. And what's this Seven of Swords? Someone trying to sneak away. Nine of Wands. I feel that this is a great dilemma for you. And I see that you've gone through a lot. There's a lot of blockages. There's a lot of wound up energy. I feel you need the Tower to get through this. And this could also speak to no communication, being blocked, or it's like you're wanting to make a move, but the other person is sort of blocking you, or this is what needs to come down with the Tower, but maybe you're needing an aha moment. I'm going to take one more. And that's the end of the blockages here, the Ten of Wands, which is, that's enough. I feel as though here you've been carrying a great burden. And I'm going to say also that this could be the end of the blockages, because someone is coming back very strategically. Or this is like the straw that's broken the camel's back here, this Ace of Wands, where someone doesn't have all the information, but what they will reach out for is what they desire, and this is a possible new beginning. This could also speak to an ending or a beginning, a possible beginning to a creative project. I mean, look at this. You're carrying a lot of heaviness. You're finding ways to put down this burden. We've got the Eight of Wands, the 9, and the 10. So you're looking for an easier way out, but I feel that you've got the help from Spirit here. Let's see what's at the bottom. And we've got the Four of Wands, which can speak to some of you wanting to break out of an old commitment or a relationship which was really burdensome, which was too heavy to carry. I mean, this could also speak to shocking revelations where there's going to be information that's going to come through. You've got, pay attention to red flags. Some of you have noticed signs pertaining to a work situation, deception, the mother of your children, or something deceptive pertaining to social media, third parties. That's what I'm getting here. Let's take a message. I will be extending this reading. Let's take a message from the Gaia Oracle, and I will read this from the booklet in the extended. So for Sagittarius, dear Spirit, what is the message in the month of July? Sagittarius, what is the advice from Spirit? Some of you have been all tied up in an unhealthy other commitment. There is your card, which just fell out. Apprehension. And all tied up. The Tower is what's going to release you and free you from any karma from the past. Doesn't matter how difficult it is, you've got a second chance at happiness with a Judgment card. Okay, so we've got apprehension, moving out into the world, doubt and fear. It's not easy. It's not easy, and we've got an 18, which is also the moon. Now, I don't know if this is someone else you're dealing with that is in a situation such as this and they're stuck. Okay? But we've got a couple of aces here which speak to new beginnings. 18 equals a 9, so that's the Hermit. I don't know if you're dealing with a Virgo. The Hermit does speak to quiet, lack of communication, or someone is growing spiritually. They're looking for answers, right? And something could be revealed, which will be heavy, but it will end something for you, and there will be a release. There's the Knight of Swords, which is a lot of information and difficult truths, could be relative to the Four of Wands. And I didn't even notice when the light came on. I just saw it now. So I'll have to look back at the video and see when the light came back on, because I'm looking at my table and I wasn't looking at my monitor. Well, it's good to see the light come back on. Thank you, Spirit. So yes, that's what I see here. Moving out into the world. Doubt and fear. Some of you are growing, needing to mature quickly. Moving out into the world. That means that you've been all tied up and feeling as though you have not been living. So there it is, the Knight of Swords. Some of you possibly could be looking at separation or divorce. I'm not reading reversals. Here is the clarity after the deception or the illusion. It's like a revelation of what's been going on behind the scenes. And the Three of Pentacles, which can speak to a love triangle, third parties, or a work situation. So I'll be taking more cards here and a lot more. I'll be taking some Lenormand, some love messages, my handwritten love cards, and some signs and symbols, as well as Sibylla's in the extended. Anyway, dear Sagittarius, I do see, I mean, the Ten of Wands does turn into the Ace, which again ends this heaviness and this burden. Okay, we've got all the elements here. I would pay attention more to the major arcanas, which is Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Scorpio, of course. We've got Pluto and Mars here. Scorpio is also very prominent. And yes, I have mentioned also, I mentioned number 9 with a Hermit, so Virgo as well. Yes, what I wanted to leave you with, I just want to take one card on that religious factors, and I will leave you with that. Thank you. Thank you for being here. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And this, I believe, has started from the past. Okay? So it was a secretive connection, and some of you were in another marriage already. And it was some karma that you needed to deal with. But it's as though you've been put in, I don't know if some of you have been carrying negativity for your parents, if they were not, you know, if there was infidelity between your parents, you could be reliving their karma. So going through it, so maybe Spirit has put you there so that you could see, so that you've been put in the position of the other person. That could be a mother figure, okay, so that you can understand where they were coming from. That's what I get, a very strong reading. Dear Sagittarius, true love is here. Possibly your burden is ending. You're going to find a way to free yourself, okay, and there's a lot that you're going to find out in the month of July. I'm wishing you well. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you that are going to join me on the extended, I will see you there. Talk to you soon. Love and light. Stay bright.